And so to the third and final heat, and the last chance for any driver to qualify for our grand final. 10 cars once again on the grid, and down there on pole position, they're a close shot there with his fingers twitching on the wheel. Bob Smith in the Escort. You saw him driving previously the Fiesta, but he's back here with his twin-cam Formula D Escort. Bob there on pole. Alongside him, the young man from Yorkshire, Tony Bardi, in the 16-valve Mini. Tony Bardi could be a strong contender in this one, but on the outside, number 18, Will Gollop, very much the man to beat, I think, in this race. But watch also down on the back of the grid, on the left of your picture, number 3, Trevor Reeves. And as they break away, it's Smith who looked to me to make a very good start. The field cleanly away, but already Whitstable Will it is in the Saab 99 coming away in the lead. Will Gollop, Tony Bardi, Ross Browning, Bob Smith trying to come through on the inside there of Paul Bailey as Gollop drifts a bit wide on the exit of paddock drop down into the S's for the first time. All cars tightly bunched through the notorious left and right hand flick, with new boy Mike Thompson bringing up the rear there. 197 Dave Spong's Chevette just in front. The leaders already up to and round the Druids hairpin. And there we see 18 Will Gollop from Tony Bardi, Ross Browning, Graham Strugnell moving up into 4th place ahead of Bob Smith. Round through Langley's Gap, and along the Ridgeway comes Will Gollop. Lovely shot there of Will as he powers the front-wheel drive Saab along over the top of the Ridgeway. Tony Bardi in hot pursuit. Ross Browning third, Graham Strugnell fourth, as the leaders beginning to break clear now, come down onto the Cooper Straight, headed by Will Gollop, number 18. Will Gollop with the carburetted Saab, one of the first drivers in British Rallycross to go to turbocharging, but he's now gone away from that and back with the Formula B Saab, which is proving very, very competitive. Behind him, Tony Bardi with the unique twin overhead cam Mini, little yellow car there, formerly used in Britain and Europe by Trevor Reeves, and Will Gollop very sideways, out of paddock turn, down, tumble downhill, into the S's. The gap between those two leading cars now quite comfortable by Rallycross standards. Ross Browning there in 3rd place, also unable to get onto the leaders at the moment as they come up into Druids. 18 Will Gollop throws the Saab sideways, trying to get the back end to brake to compensate for the understeer characteristics of the Saab. Understeer means, of course, when the front end of the car doesn't turn in as sharply as you want it to. Strugnell having a monumental battle there with Ross Browning, and Ross Browning spinning out, and Bob Smith taking the advantage of the situation to come through into that vital 3rd place. Bob Smith back into 3rd place now as they go along the knife edge, and again we're getting this tremendous duel for the last position in the grand final, and it's Bob Smith who's got it at the moment. Graham Strugnell trying to come back. There we see the two leaders. Bardi knows he's got to really pull the stops out now in this last half lap, giving away a little bit in power, but certainly nothing in enthusiasm or driving skill, as Will Gollop with the now very reliable Saab comes up the hill. Tony Bardi closing right in there for the kill as he goes up the hill and away. So the battle for third still raging, and it's 177 Bob Smith who's got it back again from Graham Strugnell. Graham Strugnell trying hard to get the 3rd place back as the leaders go through. There is Strugnell challenging hard for 3rd place. Charlie Strothard behind him. Should those two cars tangle, the Yorkshireman could come through, but the Yorkshireman here trying to come through is number 26, Tony Bardi, as he hounds Will Gollop up into the Druids hairpin for the last time. And Will Gollop, I think, must feel that he's got this one sewn up, but 26, Tony Bardi, will be trying hard to perhaps get a tight line out of Langley's Gap and get alongside as they come to the line. Can he do anything about it? He's certainly closing on Will Gollop, but no, Will puts his experience to good use, and it's number 18, Whitstable Will Gollop, who comes through ahead of Tony Bardi. There's the race for 3rd place, and it looks as though at the flag it's going to be number 34, Rochester's Graham Strugnell, who comes home with the Hawk Ceiling car to take 3rd place. And the winner there, number 18, Will Gollop.
Well, just before we give you the complete rundown of today's qualifiers, let's now go straight to race control, where Graham Strugnell faces exclusion for an incident earlier in that heat.
I was off the car, Jeff, before that car even spun. Well, I hit him, we touched at the hairpin, I came down the inside, mate, to the tyres there, he swung straight across and hit me with his back wheel. I was off him and he was sideways before I even got to him.
Well, I must act on the reports of our friend.
Well, now let's bring in Arthur Debenham then for his expert opinion.
Well, here we see Graham in the white Mini, diving for the inside line as they come into Langley's Gap. Ross Browning in the escorts comes over, closes the door on him, and obviously there is contact between the two cars. I really wouldn't want to say that it was forceful driving on anybody's part. I would think it was a racing incident, which sadly Browning came out of the worst.
Graham, we've just heard what happened up there in the tower. I mean, you've been excluded.
Well, yeah, there's not much one can say about it, really. I've been excluded, that's it. All today's work, and you know what hard work goes into it, for nothing.
Well, what's your version of what happened?
Well, Rallycross is, as you know, hard sport. I had a little touch with the car came into me and touched, and I backed off and he spun, and according to the marshals, who do a good job, they say it was my fault, so that's the end of it, end of the day.
But you obviously disagree with the report that's gone in.
I do, very strongly. I'm not denying there was contact, but I was told that I pushed the guy concerned around. But there is no way. I backed off, and he unfortunately spun afterwards.
Well, we're hoping that we've got the incident coming up now, Graham, and in fact we can see now...
You see the car's completely sideways there, and I'm off him.
That wasn't your fault?
I'm off him there.
They're all saying in the background it wasn't your fault.
Unfortunately, yes, but what can I say? That's racing, isn't it?